Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another 30 minutes of demonstration with Genome America and Genome Canada. My name is Céline Ross, and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So today I want to talk to you about a little software, Quilt Block Advisor, which is a calculator to help us how to cut our fabric to the measurement that suits us. So you saw the picture for the advertising of this little demonstration. So I'll turn the camera. I'm saying hello to everybody, and I'm turning the camera to show you. Okay. Oh, to show you my bat. I want to show you my little quilt here. It's not a quilt, it's a square. Sorry, square. So the software is free. Sorry, I'm moving the camera. The software is free, and it comes with so far 4 machines, but previous machine also we had because this is not new to me. So it comes with the Continental M17, M8, M7, M6 so far. It's not a software that you can buy. It's a free software for those machines. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to show you where you need an upgrade also. So here is my page of Genome global site. That's where you're going. Global site to visit. Global site is Genome Tokyo. So everything is all the first news is there. So I touch Genome global site, product information. Well, I'm on the right page, okay? And then it tells you um, information about your sewing machine, any update on the sewing machine, software application, Genome bulletin, all the optional accessories. And this one is up to date. It's always up to date, okay? And if you want to download the PDF instruction manual of your machine, we're going to go to this software application, and I want Quilt Block Advisor, which is here. And it says the application that calculates the size and the number of pieces that are required for making patch for works for pattern. But it also says you need to have that software installed before. If you don't have that software, it's on the CD, or you may have a special link to download it when you bought your new machine. Okay? It's a new generation of machine. So you have the software, and it says here it's for Continental M17, M8, M7, and M6. And I should say those two are professional machine. Okay? The notice says the update. You see, the update is only available for existing Quilt Block Advisors users. Okay? And why I'm showing this to you, it's because, well, to find the place, and then also you can download the new version for Windows 11 and 10, but the new version, which is version 2.20. This version make you able to, Genome sold a lot of CM8 and CM6. So if you have one of those new model, or better, if you have CM17 and M7, so, it's for the Continental series. Okay, you can upgrade. Now, I'm going to close the Genome website, Genome Tokyo, and this is the logo up here, Quilt Block Advisor. And when you turn it on, it's in English only. When you turn it on, you see this is the opening window with 10 different and the 10 most popular patterns. Of course, you can buy a pattern on the market and follow their printed pattern, follow their uh, how to use it and how to sew it. There's no problem there. But if you don't have a pattern and you want to try one of those 10 to learn how it's going, this is a classroom. This is a class, okay? So first of all, I'm going to choose a pattern. This is so easy. 9 patch. Maybe you'll say, Celine, come on, we can. It's a square. Okay, no problem. But when you come to here, how would you measure? Okay. When you do log cabin, oh, no, what did I do? No, no, I didn't touch the right. I have the iPad in front of me. So uh, here, okay. How would you measure this? Huh? It's not that easy. There's not there's only two of each measurement. So when you want to learn something, you always start with the easiest one to understand, and then you go to you go more complicated. In school we start with grade 1. Now we then start grade 12. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so what can you do here when this page is open? This is the pattern you want to get, and this is what I did up there. Okay, so I start to do because I want to finish it with you. So now I'm telling my machine what size I want it. So this one I wanted uh 12 inches. Oh, sorry. I wanted 12 inches. Okay, I'm coming here because I want to show you. See, 12 inches and 12 and a half. So the 12 and a half includes the seam allowance. 12 inches, when I'll assemble all of my square, I'm going to end up with 11 and a half. So maybe this is what you want. If not, you choose 12 and a half. I choose 12, me. Okay. I want the 3 rows, but let's say I want more rows. I want 7 rows. Hey, look at this. Did you see what happened here? Let's change it. I want 5 rows. 5 rows. Look at this. The size of each change. Huh? Okay. So I said 3 because I have so many. 3. It's the smallest you can get. And then you tell your machine, your software, sorry, you tell your software which seam allowance do you want. And all these choices are ready. But to make it easy, and what I want to show you today, I'm using 1/4 inch seam allowance with the foot. Oh, and this foot, there's 2 foot comes with your machine. Well, depending which machine you have, okay? So now I told my software everything it needs to know. Do I just cut like this, or I take the advantage of the pattern that you can print? So when you ask for the pattern, you see, you have page 1. So it'll tell you, I don't see very well. So you see, it tells you, okay, you ask us 12 by 12 finish, okay, 3 rows with a seam allowance of 1/4 inch. And when I will sew everything together, I'll end up with a 12 by 12. To end up like this, I need 4 pale color for 4.5 inch, and I need 5 color number 2, 4.5 inch. Okay. And if I do next page, here's my pattern. Unbelievable, huh? So I can print from this pattern. I can cut out this pattern. And from the pattern, I print it first, then I cut the pattern and I use it to cut my squares. Okay, so everything is there. So I'm going to come back here because exit. If I do this, okay, this is what I want. And then, how are you going to sew this? Should I sew like this or like this? How to sew? Okay, with the 9 patch, there's no problem. Either way is good. But you have here the best, easiest way how you should assemble. Okay, see how they tell you to do? They suggest you, because you're still the boss, huh? They suggest you to sew. Uh, oh, I'm not. This is a colon, huh? Colon in English. Okay, in French too. Okay, so this is their suggestion how to sew 3 together. I just did the opposite, huh? And then you sew row 1 to row 2, row 2 to row 3 with the O foot. And they use the one, they show you one without the guide and one with the guide. And look how it's going to end up. Okay, this is how they suggest you to do it. Of course, I didn't check this before, huh? I did it my way. Okay, so this is their suggestion. But let's say something complicated. Let's say this one. Okay, I tell the software I want finish 12 inches. 12, it's here. A quarter of an inch seam allowance. How do they suggest me to sew it? How to cut it and how to sew it? Of course, I can print my template, huh? But look at all their suggestions. You see the way they cut it, huh? As an X with the seam allowance, and how you should assemble them. Look at this. So it is really helpful, especially when you're a very you know a lot about quilting. Maybe you won't need this, but I look at this. But if you're new, they even tell you where, oh, I went too fast, how to press it, which side, this down, this to this side, to the left, to the right, how to press it, or to iron it, I should say. Yeah, pressing is not ironing. And look, so did I listen to them? Of course I did, because I'm not such a big quilter. I'm more a sewer. So look at mine. Okay. But that was the first time I did a square. I did this is it the same? Yeah, it's the same one. It's called, I think, card trick. So of course, to help me, because it was new, of course I did follow how to sew it. Okay. So software calculate for me, print my template, and teach me how to sew it, how to assemble my square. On your sewing machine, you have something else. Okay. Oh, it's here. So I'm working on CM17, but M6, M7, M8 is the same. So you have 3 lines on top. Touch it. Quilt Block Advisor. Touch it. Okay. And here are all your patterns. But that's all it is. You cannot print with your CM17. Huh? You can't print. So let's say I'm in centimeter, 6.4 centimeter. You said, hey, come on. No, no, no. So Okay, I'm going to my settings and I'm telling my machine inches. Okay, and I'm back to my window. 2 inch and a half. Oh, now it's easier. So what do I want? I want 6 inches like this and like this. No, no, no. I want 12. Maybe I want 12 and a half. No matter what, whatever you want, you write it down. Do you want 3 rows or more rows? You can add, but you don't see the picture. You just see the number changing. See the measurement changing. Okay. So I'll stay with 3. Okay. And it says you need 2 color of fabric and 4.5 each square. Four and it's a square, so 4.5 by 4.5. And you see, they show you you have the seam allowance inside. It's included. Okay, but you cannot print from here. That this is it's just to help you out. See, like this one is not as easy. So you have the center color, then first circle, 2 circle. Let's say you want 5 circle. Look at here. 3, 4, 5 circle. So it tells you you need one piece, one pattern, one color, 6 the second color, 12 the third color, 18 the fourth color, 24. Look at this. It's going to be big, huh? Okay. And this is 6 inches. This is way too much. It'll change. I want 12 inches finish. 12. Okay. So anyway, this is what you want. And this is the size. But you cannot print it. This is why the software is there. Here is to guide you. Maybe you already have maybe you're studying your your square before you go to the software and to the print. Okay. So this is a big help. It's a calculator. This is not easy. This is really not easy. This is, to me, the worst one. And this one. This one you don't want, center round like this. I'm telling you, you have to sew it flat. And this is why it is so helpful with the software. They teach you where to start, where to stop. So you don't end up with huh, that star with in 3D star. Okay. Okay, so there's more and than this. Now you cut everything. Now you have to sew everything together. Okay, I'm going in the house and in the sewing application mode. I'm not sewing, I'm quilting. Patchwork piecing, this is exactly what I want to do. I'm not using 7 millimeter. I want my seam allowance using my 9 millimeter sewing machine because M6, M7, M8, CM17, they're all 9 millimeter sewing machine. Okay. Then when then you choose. You want straight stitch. You want with the reverse at the beginning and at the end. It's not my favorite, but you do what you want. Huh? Me, I do prefer with the lock stitch at the beginning and at the end. If you look below, they move the software, the machine, move the needle at the right position according to the foot you're going to use, which is foot O. There's 2 foot O, huh? Foot O with a black guide and foot O with nothing. O with or without the guide. It's me. I do prefer the O foot with the guide. But the 2 feet are with CM17 for sure. The others, I don't remember. I'm not sure. I should have checked before. Okay. And So it tells you, okay, we suggest you sew quilt, stitch length should be 1.8, no problem. Tension is pre-adjust 3.8. Foot pressure is at 6. What is this? This is, whoops, I touched it. So these two things are, how many lock stitch do you want at the beginning and at the end? Here it says 5 and 3. Me, I say 3 is enough. So lock stitch at the beginning and at the end. It's, to me it's enough. So if you don't want, let's say you're piecing, no, I'm sorry, 3. Let's say you're piecing many, a long strip, all squares. You're piecing without stopping. Maybe you can remove this one, put 0. You don't need it because it's a strip. Maybe. So this is helpful. See, technology is often very helpful. This is here our chat GPT here. Okay, it's a Genome GPT. Okay, so I'm okay. I choose whatever I want. I set my machine the way I want, but there's more. Okay, I'm going to take all the small pieces. I sewed the first 2 rows. Now I'll show you the last row. Oops. Oh, whoops. Bah. Okay. And I'm coming, sewing, and I'm going to lift this. Whoops. Oh, yo, yo, yo. It is, I want you to see end the screen. Okay. I hope I'm okay. Okay. So this is the way it should be. Oh, no, you don't see well. Okay, like this. So I have to sew this to this, and this one to that one. Let's start. I'm going to put my O foot with my guide. Okay, foot down. And now it is important. My thread under the foot in my thread holder. Here it becomes, you really want to do a nice job, a clean job on the right side and on the wrong side of the fabric, of the seam allowance. So this is important. So right sides together. I should cut this because it's not nice. And make sure they're even. Okay. And I'm going to put them against that little black guide. I'm not totally okay. Okay, now I want to sew in the fabric. I'm using my thumb wheel here, and I should move my fabric a little bit to make sure that I'm in the fabric, not just before the fabric. My thread is in my thread holder, and I'm not going fast. I'll show you why. If you see the when you see the picture of what we're going to do, it says to us at the end, press the reverse button to execute the lock stitch. So sometimes people want to touch the lock stitch button, but there's no need. We need just whoops, what is this now? What did I do? Oh no, start. Oh yeah, yeah, it's in. Okay. So I'm going, it's a bit slower. So it's slower. My eyes are here. I'm guiding my fabric. I don't move. Okay, sewing. I'll tell you something after. I'll let it sew first. And okay, lock stitch. Cut my thread. And I'll remove those threads here. The threads are the beginning. And right away, I'm taking my my thread in the thread holder right away. That should be an habit. And I'll show you why. I'll show you this side. Look how clean it is, my sewing. Lock stitch. No nest. See? No nest of thread. And these are the thread from my thread cutter. This is why it's important to you to put my thread holder, to put my thread in the thread holder. Now, what my machine just said to me, so it says, do you want to do the same size or a different size? This is wonderful. You say, okay, yes. Because it's a 9 patch, you have 9 seam to sew. So I don't need to check for sure, guarantee it's in memory in my machine, the length of my seam. Okay, so you'll see this now. Now my second part. Whoops. Okay, here, lower the foot. Make sure I'm in the fabric, not before. And I'll do nothing. The machine memorize the stitch length. That's not the stitch. The length of the seam. This is why I'm going slow to show you. I won't have to do the lock stitch. Everything will be done automatically. Lock stitch. Okay. Cut my thread. I didn't program. And you see, it says restart for the same size. I have nothing else to touch. Nothing else. And let me cut my thread to show you a clean job. Okay. And I'll show you. All right, drop it. Okay. So you see, this is where I cut. So at the end of the seam, and this is the beginning of the seam. See, there's no nest, just by the thread at the see both sides. So when you do, let's say I'm doing this. So you see, so I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 seam, and it's a small one. It is a small square just to show you. So when you do a lot of seam, if even if your squares are bigger, you're happy. You don't have uh, to redo, get your finger ready, and you see this one is bigger. It was easy to sew them all together. Okay, because it keeps in memory, the machine keeps in memory all the the length of the seam. This is really, this is really up to date machines. It's just wonderful. And okay, now I'll move the camera because I want to show you something else. So this is my book, and I print my book. What is Quilt Block Advisor? So I printed my book in color because you do refer to this, huh? So I print it in color, and then I made my samples. See, there's 20 pages about. And you see, then I made my samples, but this time I said 11.5 by 11.5. You see, I print, and all my patterns are there. Okay. The star, the pattern is there. Maybe you don't see well. Okay. And log cabin. See, all my patterns are there. And look, I made a small one, a small one. Huh? Look how it's just cute. Huh? But I did follow everything from the software. Okay, and then I practice, I cut whatever they ask me, and then I practice. So when you sew it the way they're asking you, then they tell you cut these here. See, they're cut. See, different width because I'm playing with the length and the width, and I look at the precision. Oof. You have, and you don't go fast, huh? Anyway, just to show you. And these are some pattern, and they tell you when to cut and not cut. And so you have 10 different patterns to play with. You see? They're all in there. All in there. So it worth, the software really worth to study it and to use it. Like I said, of course, you can buy a pattern with from a company. So you see this. I want to show you. So this is. Oh no, hold on. Do I have? Oh yeah, this is that one. Okay. So this is a big one. This is a smaller one, and I did do stippling on top of it for fun, and I add my name, and I did the cushion, and I add piping, and I add the zipper, and I fill it up, and I stippled the back. But the easiest part was to use how to use the pattern with the software. So this is, the colors are light, but this one is fall, but this one has no pattern from the Quilt Block Advisor. So version 2.20. I'm turning the camera to read the message. Camera avant. Okay. So I'm saying hello to everybody. Okay. Norway. Oh, it's far. The one from the US are there. Okay, Ginger. This is similar to AQ8, but this seems so much easier. Well, me, I can tell. I don't know. I'm using only Janome. So so EQ, I guess it's electric quilt, but I have no clue, so I cannot tell. So Ginger, the 9415 does have a P foot, and 2 feet. Okay, which gives us the best equivalence. Yeah. Okay. Present, madam. Okay. Thank you for this, for the tip about using the thread holder. Oh, I'm telling you, you know what? You see my gray hair? Okay. Should say white almost. Um, I've been trained by the Japanese in 1982. 1982. Okay. And they were insisting on the thread holder, and I don't know why this information got lost over the years. And since I'm doing live with Genome, me, I never lost this. I'm teaching this every day in my sewing school, huh? And now it's like it's like people find something new, so old, so old. But you have to use it all the time. It has to be. That's a great habit for me to use. Exactly. That should be an habit. Okay. My points are perfect. Yes. I have a sewing school, huh? In my school, there's Monique. She's teaching quilting. Oh, she's strict. Oof. But it's good. It looks good. Okay. Okay, c'est pas les coussins. Okay, thank you. Very informative. Good. Okay, so I'm saying goodbye to everybody, and see you next week. Bye bye.